Hello again, everybody. This is Derek, aka Mr. Everything, and I am coming back at you with another Wargaming and Miniature video. In today's video, we're going to continue on with our What's in the Box series. And in today's What's in the Box, we're going to examine the Warlord Games Scorpio team. It's basically a couple of Caesarian Roman legionnaires manning a Scorpion. Now it should come with a card giving you game stats, and then it should come with the Scorpion and a couple of legionaries. Now this is Caesar's Legion, not the Empire. Alright, so let's go ahead and open it up and let's take a look and see what we get inside. Now, I know that SPQR models have been transitioning into the Warlord resin, and it does say 28mm Warlord resin Scorpio and 2 crews and a unit card. Okay, got a bubble wrap, got a card, set that off to the side for now. Okay, we have the type infantry minion. Okay, 74 denarii. That's basically the points that they use. It's a gold coin. And then we're looking at range 40, lethal 3 smasher. It's a support team, consists of 2 legionaries and a Scorpion. Can only perform a move or shoot. And a shoot action only if it has at least 1 legionary manning the gun. Well, that sounds obvious. Wait, the unit may only perform a move or shoot action if it first performs a special action. A shoot action may only be performed if at least 1 legionary is in contact with the Scorpio. And then it talks about hits, and the Scorpion has a +4 armor and 3 wounds, and the legionnaires, they have their full stats across here. Okay, now I don't know if any of you play SPQR, but it is an extremely fun game. I like it quite a bit. It's fast-paced. It's a skirmish level game, so you're not moving around huge blocks of units. You're only moving around individuals. Now, you do have them formed up into squads, units, and yeah, it's fun, fast-paced, easy to understand, easy to grasp. Okay, now this bubble wrap has some glue on it because it's one of those. It's a baggie basically, packed by an Alicia. Something's still in there. That's a Scorpio. Okay. So the Scorpion is a pretty solid single piece here. You need to do a little trimming so it'll stand up properly, but it is resin, and it has a like the crossbow arms and the tensioning ropes, so that when the bow is pulled back, against the tensioning ropes, I'll have to take a close look at it, but I do believe it goes like that, where you've got these probably just snaps right in there. and then, okay, or maybe just like that, because you got to have a gap along the top of the hole for the bolt to go flying through, right? Yeah, so that's a pretty easy assembly right there. And then you've got your two crew, and they provide a base, you know, for your Scorpio and your two crew. Now, understand that in SPQR, everyone is mounted on a round base, usually a 1 inch or 25 millimeter base for the individual figures. But because this is a crew served weapon, I guess they've decided to mount it on, you know, your standard crew served weapon base. What is that, a 40 millimeter? 60 millimeter? Hang on. 60 millimeter base. All right, now these look very similar to the metal ones, obviously, but they're resin. So what we'll do now is we'll zoom in and take a close look at the details on these models, which they look very good. I do personally like the Warlord resin. It's very durable. You know, you can accidentally step on your figures. You might bust them off the base or whatever, but the figure itself has a good chance of surviving. Unlike hard plastic will just snap or break, and metal will sometimes bend or break as well. And the resin has a really good chance of surviving, especially a drop on the floor. You're going to be able to pick it up and go on. These don't need to be primed. They are pre-primed gray. You can paint directly on this. What I would recommend though is actually water and soap and washing them down, maybe with a fine brush like a toothbrush or a gun cleaning brush or something like that. I would scrub whatever mold release might still be on these models. I would scrub that off before I did any painting. That would be on all of these. Okay, let's go ahead and adjust the camera and take a look and see exactly what you get. All right, taking a look at this model, you can see the details of the chainmail face. He's like shielding his eyes because he's trying to aim. There is obviously going to be a little bit of I don't these burrs, which are I've seen majority of the burrs are only on the bottoms of the bases that can just be cleaned off with a sharp X-Acto knife. Warlord resin cuts very easily. See these feet here. These feet look beautiful. Bare legs, obviously, a skirt and chainmail, carrying a sword for personal defense. Got his dagger there as well. He's got his tunic sleeves, plume, his helmet. Don't see a lot of mold lines. At least I don't. Take a look at the second one. He's got all these bolts in a bucket. And you can see the details of the bucket. Hand on his dagger, reaching for a bolt. Got a dagger on both sides. He doesn't oh, I guess he's got his hand on his sword. Got a dagger on this side. Boom. Now that's a little extra flash. You just cut that off. And again, there's the burrs on the bottom. Just trim those, no problem. Sharp X-Acto knife. They do come with a little mold release. You will have to clean that off as you go. Next piece is the tensioner unit. ropes tied around so that when it's pulled back, ropes cause tension and let the bolt fly. See the cowlick, the rivets and the metal. Quite a bit of detail. Bolt thrower. And this would be the base of the bolt thrower. You got to clean off these little pegs. Got a single bolt ready to go. One thing you don't have is a string, but there's nothing saying you couldn't take some thread and go from these two arms to the back of this arrow if you wanted to go a little extra effort. Not necessary. It's a wargaming piece, but I know a lot of people like to do above and beyond. All right, so that was the Warlord Games SPQR, which is their warband combat in the ancient world. Caesar's Legion's Scorpio team, right? And it comes with the card, the two figures, the bolt thrower, and a nice base. Yeah, it's now in a skirmish level game. This would be a serious add-on to your army. You know, like a machine gun team in bolt action. This would be a serious heavy weapon. Because you're not going to have catapults and cannons and stuff like that in a skirmish level game. But a Scorpio team, you could really take out some cav, maybe an elephant, maybe a rank or two of infantry. Yeah. And the models look great. All right. Well, thanks for coming out and watching this What's in the Box. We have quite a few What's in the Boxes, ranging all different kinds of products. Whenever I get a new product into my store, Wargaming in Miniature, what I'll do is I will take an opportunity to film this for you to show you what you're actually getting in the box. Plus, that lets me be educated to know what's in the box as well. So, thank you for coming out and checking out this video, and I'll see you in the next one.